It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the Broncos, reigning league MVP. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Broncos and the Giants, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And running with power here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Franklin. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Broncos are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Cortland Sutton is the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. You talk about this Giant defense. They come into top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
And that is incomplete. Credit the Giants' defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Brown. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos are back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown connection to Cortland Sutton on the last drive. And we'll see what they can mount here as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Brown. He's got his man on the crossing route. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half of action. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Brown. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this one complete again to Mims. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He has really thrown the ball well here in this first half. You see the numbers, up over 200 passing yards already. Here's Brown. A final shot before break. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Brown throwing to start the drive. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Brown. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Marvin Mims, 27 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
I think if you polled defensive backs they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control.
The Broncos offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. And this is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The end result, 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Brown. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but in today's NFL, I wouldn't want to play defense. Too many great receivers and guys who are accurate, who can get them the ball. We've seen the result, days like this one.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He has been on his A game. We're in the 3rd quarter. He's already in search of touchdown pass number 5.
He's played so well that it's hard for me to take my eyes off of him, even when he's not on the field. I keep finding him on the bench in between series, wondering what he's going to do next. This has been a blast to watch him play the position.
He's been spectacular with those 4 touchdown passes. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Brown. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Really solid effort for him right now. 3rd quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team, but the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Brown. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball? Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly is told that you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Let's go.
Now Brown throwing on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. Now he's loose again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton with career touchdown number 75. And the Broncos are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The Broncos offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. They begin the drive with Williams. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
2nd down and 4. Operating from the gun. Brown over the middle, complete. It's Sutton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Brown able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. The numbers there tell the story. That last completion going to move him up over 400 yards passing now for the game. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. Fighting through, and he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They run it again with Williams. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Brown. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Williams diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point.
They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles's defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Denver, their strong September